What makes a football club truly great? Is it the trophies, the legends, or the unforgettable moments? Well, if there's one club that has it all, it's Bayern Munich. From a small group of rebels in 1900 to a global football powerhouse, Bayern's journey is nothing short of legendary. And today, as they celebrate 125 years of dominance, we're diving into the numbers, the records, and the legacy that makes them Germany's most decorated club. But before we dive in, do us a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and join our community of passionate football enthusiasts. It's time to get the show on the pitch, so let's get into it. It all started on February 27, 1900, when a group of football enthusiasts, led by Franz John, decided to break away from their local gymnastics club. Little did they know they were founding what would become one of football's greatest dynasties. Success didn't come instantly though. Bayern won their first national title in 1932, but when the Bundesliga was formed in 1963, they weren't even included in the inaugural season. They had to fight their way up, only earning promotion in 1965. But once they got to the top, they never looked back. The late 1960s and 70s saw the rise of Bayern's first golden generation. Franz Beckenbauer, Gerd Müller, and Sepp Maier weren't just Bayern legends, they shaped German football history. Between 1974 and 1976, Bayern won 3 consecutive European Cups, defeating Atletico Madrid, Leeds United, and Saint-Étienne. Miller's insane goal-scoring, Beckenbauer's elegance, and Maier's heroics made them an unstoppable force. Oddly enough, Bayern's domestic dominance only truly kicked in after their European success. From 1979 to 1990, they won 7 Bundesliga titles in 11 seasons, with stars like Paul Breitner and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge carrying the torch. The 1990s were a roller coaster. Bayern remained the kings of Germany, but in Europe, heartbreak struck, none more painful than the 1999 Champions League final against Manchester United. Leading 1-0 deep into stoppage time, Bayern looked set for victory, until United struck twice in 90 seconds. It was a gut-wrenching loss. But champions rise again. Just 2 years later, Bayern got their revenge, beating Valencia on penalties to lift their 4th European crown. Since then, Bayern has evolved into a footballing machine. Under legendary managers like Ottmar Hitzfeld, Louis van Gaal, Jupp Heynckes, and Pep Guardiola, they turned dominance into an art form. They didn't just win, they rewrote history. In 2013, they achieved their first treble, Bundesliga, German Cup, and Champions League. And in 2020, under Hansi Flick, they did it again, proving their dynasty was still alive and thriving. Today, Bayern Munich isn't just Germany's greatest club, they're a global football empire. From their humble beginnings to record-breaking Bundesliga titles and European glory, they've built a legacy like no other. And if history tells us anything, they're far from done. With that said, as Bayern Munich mark their 125th anniversary, let's delve into the numbers behind Germany's most decorated club and their unrivaled success in the Bundesliga. Let's dive in. Bayern sit first in the all-time Bundesliga table with 4,125 points, using 3 points for a win. Bayern remained the only German team to win the treble of League Cup and UEFA Champions League, doing so twice, in 2013 and 2020. Bayern's 11 consecutive Bundesliga titles between 2012-13 season and 2022-23 season is the longest run ever by a champion in Europe's top 5 leagues. Thomas Müller is the most decorated player in Bundesliga history with 12 titles, all for Bayern of course. Bayern hold the record for fewest goals conceded in a Bundesliga season, with only 17 in 2015-16 season. Bayern also holds the record for longest run of wins in the Bundesliga at 19, set under Pep Guardiola across matchdays 9 to 27 in 2013-14 season. Bayern are the most successful club in DFB Cup history with 20 titles. Their 24 appearances in the final is also a record. Bayern's 22 clean sheets in the 2014-15 season is a Bundesliga record. Bayern boasts the biggest winning margin in Bundesliga history, finishing 25 points clear of second place in 2012-13 season. Bayern wrapped up the 2013-14 season title quicker than any other year, securing the Meisterschale after only 27 games. Bayern's 29 wins in 2012-13 and 2013-14 seasons under Jupp Heynckes and Guardiola respectively are both season records. Bayern are Germany's record champions with 33 league titles, including a record 32 in the Bundesliga era. Robert Lewandowski set a new record for most goals in a single Bundesliga season when he scored 41 goals in 2020-21 season, breaking the long-standing record held by the legendary Gerd Müller in 1971-72 season with 40 goals. Bayern's run of 53 Bundesliga games without defeat, 46 wins and 7 draws, from matchday 10 of 2012-13 season to matchday 28 of 2013-14 season remains by far the longest unbeaten streak in the league's history. Bayern also hold the record for longest scoring run in the Bundesliga, at 87 consecutive games between matchday 22 of 2019-20 season and matchday 6 of 2022-23 season. Bayern's haul of 91 points, out of a possible 102, in 2012-13 season is the best by any team in a Bundesliga season. They finished with a record of 29 wins, 4 draws and only 1 defeat. Bayern set the single-season scoring record in the Bundesliga back in 1971-72 season, with 101 goals. The only other time a team has reached treble figures was also Bayern in 2019-20 season, with 100 goals. Bayern had gone a Bundesliga record 170 games without a goalless match prior to their 0-0 draw at Bayer Leverkusen on matchday 22 of the 2024-25 season. Only 3 players in Bundesliga history have won more than 300 games, and all 3 spent most or all of their career at Bayern. Thomas Müller, 355 games, Manuel Neuer, 353 games, and Oliver Kahn, 310 games. Gerd Müller is the Bundesliga's all-time top scorer with 365 goals, all of which he got in the colors of boyhood club Bayern. The only other player with more than 300 Bundesliga goals and in second place on the list is Lewandowski, 312 goals, of which 238 came for Bayern. Bayern are the only club to have won more than 1,000 games in the Bundesliga, currently 1,230 games. Bayern actually missed the first 2 seasons of the Bundesliga, and were only promoted in 1965. They are currently the longest-serving Bundesliga club, having spent 60 uninterrupted years in the division. Bayern have played the most games of all teams in the Bundesliga, 2033. They and Werder Bremen, 2025, are the only 2 clubs to play over 2,000 games in Germany's top flight. It makes Bayern versus Bremen the most played fixture in Bundesliga history, 116 meetings so far. Bayern are the only team with more than 4,000 goals in the Bundesliga. Their total currently stands at 4,584 goals. Bayern are the biggest sports club in Germany and second largest in the world by membership with over 382,000 members as of December 2024. So, what's your favorite Bayern Munich moment? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic football stories. See you in the next one.